Good evening. First of all, thanks for all the brave people who decided to stay here till the last panel. And I know that I'm the last person between you and nice dinner. I'll try to remember it while I'm speaking. And last but not least, in order to be the head of the Counter-Terrorism Bureau in Israel, you have to be an optimist. Otherwise, you will not be able to take care of this mission. And as an optimist, I'll try to share with you some of our concern or some of our thoughts. What are the main lessons learned? I don't want to say the lessons learned because there's no one, but one of the lessons learned from this tragic event at September 11th that probably we can consider as the most tragic terror event in our century. I think that 10 years after this event, we have to take some decisions. Some of them are very easy because they related to regulation, to CSOP, to coordination, cooperation, and others, which are very important. Without them, we cannot do better. But some of them are very difficult and very sensitive, and I would like to share with you one of those, as far as I can say, the sensitive decisions which we have to take. The event in September 2001 was very tragic. We cannot change the past. It's happened. The question is, what can we take from this event into our future in order to supply or create better security to our people? I'm not trying to say that we have to see the advantage of this event. What I'm saying is that after this event happened, we have to ask ourselves, what can we take from this event in order to be able to fight those extremisms that my personal assumption is that they will stay in our neighbor as well as around the world whatsoever. I don't think that we cannot take some measures or some steps in order to reduce the level of extremism. What I'm saying is that extremism will stay around, and there are many reasons why the extremism will stay around. What I'm saying again is that we cannot deny or cannot ignore or cannot down the level of extremism down to zero. We have to find a way how to live side by side those who want to change our societies, those who want to change our daily life. And I think that all of you can describe better than me how long it takes you today to fly from one point to another. We all can describe with very accurate details how long it takes us to move from one gate to another. We all know how much money we spend in order to make sure that the sniffers are doing a good job or all the scanners doing a good job, and I can tell you that it's very easy to cheat them, but I'm not going to share with you the way we do it. What I'm saying is that as part of the response from September 11th related to aviation security, we invest a lot of money, we invest a lot of manpower, and we invest a lot of time, all of us, even today, while we want to use what is nature for all of us, moving from one place to another. And I'm going to claim that in order to provide better tools and supply or be able to provide better aviation security, we need to compromise a little bit in all the term of human rights and privacy. And I would like to share with you one of the examples. Today, when you want to fly from, let's say, Israel to somewhere in the United States or in Europe, you have to come 3 hours earlier to the airport, stay in one line, make sure that people recognize you, and then another line, and you spend, as I've mentioned before, 3 hours before you can get into the aircraft. let's assume that the technology today can provide us a set of sensors that can recognize you from the moment you leave your car at the parking lot. And while you are walking into the check-in desk, verses of sensors can recognize you and can clear you. So when you get into the check-in desk, you don't need any type of security because you are a good person, because you belong to those who does not want to do anything bad to anyone. I can tell you that the technology can provide us today those type of sensors and can allow each of us to go to any airport on Earth and within 20 minutes be after all the measures and all the processes which you need in order to get your boarding pass. But in order to be in this place, we have to compromise a little bit on our privacy and in our, what we consider as human rights. Because we need data. We need data that can recognize us. We need data that can analyze the information which can provide while we are walking. And at the end of the process, provide the green light, meaning he is okay. Nobody has to stop him. Nobody has to ask him questions. Nobody has to search his suitcase once again or open them if something looks suspicious. The technology can provide us this, what we consider a system of systems. But in order to be there, we have to compromise a little bit with our privacy. We don't be afraid to be in this position, because anyway, and this is my second point, that anyway, because of all the technology that we are using on daily basis, by Google, by Facebook, and others, by our credit card, we already gave up our privacy. And now we have to admit that we gave up our privacy and allow the technology provide us better security, because we deserve it. All of us deserve the condition to move from one place to another, and it doesn't matter if it's by train or by plane. It's well known that the aviation security is very good, but all the security around trains, subway, it is something which we have to consider much more than we are doing today. So as a lessons learned, not the lessons learned, if we accept the fact that extremism will be around us and we will face the next September 11th, it's only a question of time, because the motivation exists, the know-how exists, and it's probably a question of decisions and some luck. We all know that if the luck is in your side, it's better than if the luck is in your enemy's side. And if we accept it, we have to give up a little bit of our privacy, a little bit of our, what we consider as human rights, not because we are fascist, not because we are think that we don't deserve to be anonymous if it's possible, but because we need to provide better security to our people. I think that actually we don't have an alternative. And it's better to take action before than to take action after. If you look into our daily activities, some of it related to our hobbies, some of it related to the way we do business, we have too many bottlenecks, which the enemy can recognize and wait for us in those bottlenecks. And in those places to create this mega terror, this mega event as we faced 10 years ago. And if we really want to prevent it, we have to give up a little bit of our privacy. I think that it's available. I think that it's behind the corner. The technology exists. It's only a question of decisions that all of us has to do. Thank you.